Motherfucker.
Well, he would also get wrecked.
Exactly. That's what he was saying. He's like, I'm not getting shit on. You have fun with that.
Oh, he said it. Yeah. Yeah, he said it in the chat.
Oh god, I don't want it. I don't want it. I'm gonna get it, but I don't want it.
Good luck. And have fun.
You too.
What the hell? What you doing there? Yeah, that's way too many missile launchers, and the point defenses are not good. Like, the point defenses can't move, you can't actually use them to,
I
like,
was hoping
protect
to
and stuff.
hold the mid and siege you with the mobile missile launchers, but I just didn't have
How are you
enough.
gonna siege me with mobile missile launchers when you have less units? Like, if you invest into point defenses, like, the mass has to go out of something, right? And if I don't build those and I just build units, I'm gonna have more units. It's that simple. Like, you want to be building units, not like defenses. You can't attack with defenses. Alright, GG.
Commander destroyed.
GG.
Don't forget to save the replay, Maybe it will be helpful. Like, in the replay, you can really see, like, why did I do that? Why didn't I do this instead? Like, when you have, like, full map vision and you can see what's going on, and there's, like, no pressure of winning, like, it kind of makes you, realize things.
That's why I wanted to spectate one first.
Oh, yeah, but you can save the replay and just watch it. And yeah, walking up to the middle and building. Well, it wasn't even a factory. It was like just a point defense. Like that was super bad. And even building a
Thanks.
factory there, like it's well, yeah, but like the point of it is to learn to not do that again. Like you're not moving closer to me, right? We're moving closer to each other. Except that you walking all the way to the middle means that you're gonna have less stuff because my issue is just like building around spawn, like getting the factories up and everything. So we're moving closer to each other, but since I have more units, like I'm just in a better position, you know?
Okay, so all right.
Like it's not good to just run up to the middle and like that's not worth it for those four.
Ixin was telling me about like a point defense creep strategy. That's
Yeah,
kind
that
of what I was
doesn't.
leaning towards, but
That
I
might
guess that doesn't really
work
work.
against like really new players, but yeah, it's not a good strategy. Like there's no way you're gonna have enough mass for that, you know?
Right.
Like you see I kind of just get if you hold shift you can see my queue by the way. You see I kind of just get my factories up and expand with the engineers since the ACU like moves around slower and you want it to be sort of
How do
centered.
you stop? How do you stop? All right. So like one thing that got me is like at least for the first like 2 minutes or so, my position in the middle was enough to keep you from just immediately rushing down the middle. But how do you
Yeah, but
stop
I just
somebody who
I
like?
just went around.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is like
Like it didn't
if
stop
he were to
anything. I
build
just went around and killed your base, right?
if he were to build like just a couple tanks, right, and then send them to the sides, how do you defend against stuff coming from like two different sides like that? So if I
Well,
send
if you
if he were to
have
send five to the left and then five to the right and then whatever else down the middle on a map like this one, there's no way you can build enough forces to defend
What do you
everything
mean
all at
there's no
once.
way? You're getting the same amount of mass that he is, and either you have the same amount of land units because you both want land, or like Ixen here, he has airplanes which can stop the flanks, and like I kind of have to wait for anti-air to go there.
Yeah.
Like it that only
So
like there's
this because now he's forced out an anti-air tower, right? Which the less
yeah, but like
static. So the in general, the less static defense you have to build, the better, right?
yeah, you see I built it like all the way over there to defend like free mass extractors. You don't want to like overbuild
Yeah.
anti-air. And like the rest of the stuff I can just out heal and like use my
Because
bots to defend.
unless you got the gunships, fighter bombers are never going to be able to
No, God, there's
do a lot.
like rarely enough time for gunships. And
Yeah.
like I'm just waiting for the harvog anti-air because I went like the build cost decrease first on my land units.
So
I did kind of forget energy though. I'll just use this engineer's radar. Like you see, I can just out heal this for now. And like
yeah,
you don't really need anti-air as long as you're like keeping pressure, right? I'm gonna start attacking soon here once I get a radar or something. And like then he can't bomb me because his airplanes are gonna be forced into defense because he's gonna have less land units, right?
So I noticed that he really likes to go for the air scout early, the air like the really early first air. Um,
Well, that is a
And I tried
strat.
to do the same. I tried to do the same thing to him and use it to like build just like three or four at the beginning and bomb out his engineers. And he was having one engineer follow the other that was building and repair, and then three planes weren't like three or four bombers wasn't enough to kill it. He just healed the damage. So like I'm wondering if this airplay is ever worth it.
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
against a player like me, sure, right? Like, because I'm not going to be able to defend my engineers as well as say you. But
no,
like,
the in fact the one air start is the only thing that works on like high level, but it's really tricky to pull off. Like it's not easy to do, you know.
right? Is that why you didn't do it, or you just felt like doing land and bullying
No,
in?
I'd like to mix it up. You can't keep doing the same thing like the whole all the
Yeah,
time, you know. Like if you just keep doing the same thing, you're too predictable, and they can like tailor make a strat. I should really get a radar though. Should be fine now. Kind of just expanding here, playing like chill. Nope. Yeah, he does have some tanks. Like the point of one air factory is that first you see exactly what your enemy like is doing,
yeah.
and the other
So
thing
he
is that
knows you went
you
land
kind of like
only.
stop the flanks. You kind of force. Like you see, he already has like pretty much the same amount of units I do. That's kind of why like full land doesn't work. Uh, but yeah, I can try to like
He's also
expand
gone
here.
for.
Oh, yep,
Mm-hmm.
yes, stuff here.
Because harvogs in terms of damage aren't actually all that great, not in comparison to the tanks. You like them for how fast they are.
Yeah, the problem is you can kind of just walk around.
Yeah. Because the tanks for sure win that fight, but they have to catch you first.
Yeah. Oh, I did catch up here though. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks pretty bad. There you go. Now I got away, but I did have like some pretty heavy losses there. And yeah, you gotta like not forget research. Like here's probably oh whoops. Here's probably like the point where I want to start adding research stations. He's still chasing me with those tanks. That's really bad. Like they have like even if they had the same movement speed, they're not catching up, right? I can just keep walking in a straight line. Like you probably should have just turned around and abandoned that middle thing when you saw that.
Yeah, because now you're gonna catch him out a little bit.
Oh, not to see you there. Yeah. Is that a shield? That's not gonna work. Like he really has to be like applying pressure, kind of leading my units away because he had like the same amount of units. If he just attacked me down middle, like I would have been forced to defend that. But like
The
if
only thing
somebody
I could
just
say is
chases you
that if
around like
you
that,
if he managed to like if he had taken those tanks that he spent all that time chasing you with, right? And sent them to your base around a flank instead, you don't have any defenses at home. You would have been forced to defer forces to deal
yeah,
with that.
exactly. Well,
If
he
you're
doesn't
in a
have to be a flank.
position,
Like he could have just gone down the middle.
because in a position like this where he's got less units, but his units are stronger, he's not going to win a fight in his base. He has to take it to you. So I guess
Yeah,
that's something I need to work on then is once I'm on the back foot, I find it really hard to find a way to like do damage. But if you just sit and continue not doing any damage to the enemy, you're not going to be able to like you're never going to catch up. Anybody who knows what he's doing is never going to let you catch up. At that point, you're drawing the game out maybe, but you're not going to win.
yeah. The thing here is like you gotta know what the units are good at, and the bots are really good with their movement speed. So
Yeah.
you see, like he's kind of leading me down to the middle, but if I just, like, ooh, I'm gonna go around, and now he has to go back. And I gotta like watch out for teleport here, so I'm gonna get my suit the fuck out of there. Oh my god, the pathfinding! Come on, the missile launchers got caught. I don't know why the units don't go in like a straight line where when you tell them to go somewhere, they just like, woo, I'm gonna zigzag, I'm gonna
Just like I'm
fucking go
gonna
into the
flip
enemy
back and
army.
forth. I play a lot of other strategy games too, so like I've also got 12 other games and their controls and how they're supposed to
Nice.
play rolling around in my brain. So when I'm trying to learn how to play so I don't play competitively very often. There's like maybe 2 RTS games where I can say like, yeah, I can play competitively in this. Obviously this is not one
Yeah.
of them.
Finally, he's like attacking, but it's a bit late. He's down to like what, 5 mass extractors against
Yeah,
17.
it's gonna be a bit hard for him to recover this one, I think. And he doesn't have shields on his tanks. So now your Harvogs can afford higher trades.
Yeah, like even if I just keep trading here, like I'm gonna get the better deal since eventually
You
he's
can
gonna like
replace them easy.
run out of mass. Yeah. Like for me, the units are more expendable.
One thing I will say, I like how he's using the armor boosters. I've never used the armor boosters ever. I've never like thought them to be worth it, but
Oh yeah,
I would say
it's a pretty
they're
big like, you know,
I
I
was
think
just
it's like
looking
what,
at the difference in
25%.
health. It's like a 350 health difference or something, or more than that. Sorry, it's the 1950 to 15. Yeah, it's 450 health difference.
Oh, like you see, technically I'm losing more units here, but the problem is I just have so much shit that like eventually he's gonna run out. I'm not.
It doesn't matter if you're taking more losses because you've got more shit beats less shit
Yeah.
at
Like
the end of the day.
it's all about the economy, mass. You gotta like expand really fast and take as much stuff as you can. Plus he has like less everything here. He doesn't have research. I don't think he has teleport. So my units are like more mobile. And now I can just like start pumping that into their upgrades, the research. Oops. Yeah, now it's like what? A single mass extractor? I don't know why he's still playing. Right, probably time to snipe. I'm just gonna jump on his ACU.
Yeah.
There you go. GG.
Oh God.
Commander destroyed.
Yeah, like you should not have let my bots go around like that. And
Like once you got back there, it was too late to stop you. He needed to do
yeah,
counter damage. He needed to do counter damage at that point. It was like I what did I have?